Hey everyone, welcome to the
What?
welcome to
Good start.
Don't interrupt my intro even when I'm completely fucking it up.
Well, you completely fucked up, so we had to save it somehow.
No, let me dangle.
This is the Toonami Escape podcast, damn it. We're here.
Episode 141. I'm Greg Zeno. Tonight we have B-Dubs,
Hello.
C-Kohler,
Hey guys.
and Raxus.
You can't possibly understand my feelings, Unzip's face.
God.
Jojo is good.
It is.
And we're here to talk about our soon-to-be Shield Hero Nightmare, because
Please no.
it's okay. So
Hey guys, you want to see what alt-right the anime is?
Rise of the Incel Hero.
In the Chad Spearsman. Gig made a joke about that, and I didn't realize how on point that was until until I read the description on Wikipedia. Go ahead, go on Wikipedia and read the wiki entry on it. I'll wait.
Yeah.
Finding this news article. Okay, here we go. Crunchyroll Adult Swim announced Toonami programming partnership with distribution deal, which sounds like Adult Swim's going to put out the Blu-rays now.
That's interesting.
That's interesting. Adult Swim and Crunchyroll announced a new programming partnership and expanded distribution deal on Tuesday. Crunchyroll will now be a premier content partner for Adult Swim's Toonami programming block, which airs on Saturday nights. The companies will collaborate on licensed content, co-productions, and distribution opportunities.
Both of them were AT&T owned already, so this was kind of just gonna happen eventually.
And they're just over here with the Predator handshake. Fuck Sony.
So it also says that Joanne Wage, Crunchyroll's general manager, said in the press release that it allows Crunchyroll to expand distribution of English dubbed anime. It specifically said English dubbed.
Yes, they won't. I mean, they're doing dubs for things such as Konosuba, but they don't have that stuff hasn't been actually put out on disc yet.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's a lot.
So actually, Konosuba coming to Toonami soon.
I mean, it's not beyond the realm of possibility because we've had other crazy comedy shows already.
Yeah, part of me kind of wishes that, with the popularity of Pop Team Up Epic and stuff, they would at least put one more comedy show on the block. Konosuba is a nice fit for that. But realistically, the most popular show this season is Rise of the Incel Hero, and
the most popular show of last season was Goblin Slayer.
But Goblin Slayer kind of dropped off the face of the earth, so we might be just rushing things. But the thing is,
Kaguya-sama is the most popular.
Yeah, Kaguya-sama is definitely the most popular. But does that have a dub going on right now? Because they're simul-dubbing the
it's
Rise.
coming, I think.
But
Well,
Rise
if it doesn't,
is being dubbed.
I think it means that this is not this particular show, but just in general. I feel like the idea of this acquisition or this partnership is about them not just getting new licensee acquisitions, but I think it could mean shows that don't currently have a dub, that maybe the money can go towards doing that so that both have it.
Mm-hmm.
What about something like Promise Neverland?
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's an Aniplex show, but it is on Crunchyroll.
Well, if it's an Aniplex show, then that would probably just be Toonami dealing directly with Aniplex.
Especially
I don't know how that'll work out, but obviously this
is
probably
this is what we're dealing with. Is probably shows Crunchyroll, your Mob Psychos and your Shield Heroes and your Konosubas, where they own more than just the streaming rights.
Right.
Yeah, I see.
Where they really
the upcoming Blade Runner.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's already announced.
That's what I'm getting at though is that that originally started out as a Toonami thing, but now I think the part of the deal it's going to be on Crunchyroll too.
That's nice.
Well, yeah, because I think I already got rid of the
Oops.
Article. There was something at the bottom about that Blade Runner.
Yeah, it says here, this model is already being set with the Blade Runner anime where Adult Swim's Toonami will air the dub while Crunchyroll will take care of streaming.
Right.
And there, of course, is going to be a sub.
And
Probably.
with the block kind of being set as it is now, I think it's a pretty safe bet that, I mean, we're kind of chock full of content right now, so we probably won't see how this comes into play until probably a few months.
Well, I mean, Megalobox, we should be finding out their placement this week.
Yeah.
I'm imagining there's probably, if I were to be a betting man, it'd probably be Mob Psycho season 2. But
yeah, that would be the easiest thing, depending on how the dub is going on that.
Yeah, it feels like it would be a really obvious one.
And then I realized something with Attack on Titan coming back in a few weeks as well, in about 4 weeks. You know, they're running that rerun. They're probably not going to run 2 airings of Attack on Titan a night.
And they already have
they kind of do it with Naruto, sort of.
Well, I mean, that's it's not a direct continuation. Like,
well, they did. And they did it with Dragon Ball.
2 different Titans. Kai and still, it's literally, it's
not different seasons,
right?
Yeah.
This is literally just like they would. Yeah, it feels like once Attack on Titan comes back, which going by, I mean, that should be still too, because they got, pretty close to simuldub for that last season.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna put money down on it, but I could see it sticking around because it's like at the end of the block,
Yeah, but at that point, why just not just get rid of the rerun entirely?
Oh, you mean because of the slot?
Right.
Yeah. Free it up for something.
Like either you're just directly replacing it, or you're getting rid, or Attack on Titan replaces something else and you just stop that rerun.
Yeah.
What do you think replaces Megalobox?
I already put my bet on Mob Psycho season 2, so.
Yeah, I think so too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, I just want to say that I want this Promised Neverland show. It's you were saying before we started recording, like that you were wanting to watch more anime, and what
I was saying was I was wondering if I should stop watching as much new stuff,
right,
and watch way more backlog.
Yeah, and this is a show that I really want to watch, but I'm deliberately holding off because I think it could come to the block.
And you don't need to watch the show.
Why not?
I've seen clips. It doesn't look bad.
Well, what if I told you the manga was even better?
Well, I've read some parts of the manga, so I am well aware of the differences. I just think it would be a good show. I think it's a good show, a good fit for Toonami. It gives me like tonally like Attack on Titan vibes, and I think that's already proven itself to be popular on our block.
Spoilers! You can't even say there's anything weird about it.
Oh, it's pretty. I mean, it's in the first episode.
I know, but it's like no. Everyone must go into it thinking it's just a perfectly normal orphanage. It's always.
I think that was like one of the best things when you're like reading the manga when it first came out, because nobody had any expectations, and then just like, oh shit, things got real fast. But with the anime, everybody kind of
I'm not even saying what's happening. I'm just saying that it's not it's a serious drama.
It becomes a kind of a pretty big thriller, and something different for not just Toonami, but anime in general. Like you don't get too many thrillers. And this is definitely one of those.
I think it's got a real unique concept, and I'm always drawn to that when it comes to anime. It's like something different, and this is definitely different. This is not an isekai. This is like a cool show.
Oh god, now I'm imagining it as a freaking isekai. Why? Why did you put that evil on me? Oh my god.
Reborn into another world as a Spartan.
Reborn into another world as a goblin slayer.
Reborn into another world as a goblin. Oops.
In SAO.
In Goblin Slayer. Well, anyway, let's talk about the block. Dragon Ball Super Episode 101, Warriors of Justice close in. The Pride Troopers suck.
They do.
I just replace Pride Troopers are just Pride Jobbers. There, you got the episode.
They are hot garbage.
Remember when
They're
Todd was going up to this casserole dude, and he was like, "We can't win without you," and this dude fucking sucks.
They're like the Ginyu Force rejects.
Yep.
So yeah.
I think, but the funniest thing that happened that episode was like, aha, I have an impenetrable shield. You can't get through me. Pick up, toss.
Oh, no!
Yeah, Jesse from Team Rocket didn't fare too well in that fight.
No.
But just
hey, good news. Kale is now way more in control of Super Saiyan.
Yay.
Yay! Now she's even more dangerous to the heroes. Oh
now
no!
Powers maximum.
I mean, yeah, you can't even say she's in control of Super Saiyan. She's in control of Legendary Saiyan.
Yeah.
Goku sure does love training people, so we can enjoy killing them later more.
Yep.
I love that. That's one thing that I kind of love about this. During the first half of this arc, Goku is just such a tsundere to freaking Jiren. Like, it's not like I want to fight you or anything, but baka.
And he even said in this episode that he was like, I want you to go out there and defeat more people so you can come back stronger and fight me. It's just like, dude, he doesn't even care that the universe is on the line. He just wants to fight.
He's got a problem. And his problem is he assumes everyone else is like him.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
mean, he's almost...
it's why he did that thing with Cell.
Yeah, he's almost as bad as Frieza.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, he doesn't give a rat's ass as long as he gets to fight strong guys and more strong guys and even more strong guys.
What? Stronger dudes? I'm there.
Yeah.
Anyway, androids were cool.
Androids are that's just going to be kind of pretty much a staple for the rest of the arcs. Well, androids are cool. But it's nice to actually see 17 and 18 working together again after they've been apart for so long. It's just that you kind of forget like they are family, and it shows kind of how they fight, especially like dodging. You see them kind of weaving in between each other.
Question though, like, I know that I think they refer to each other as like brother and sister, but like, is that like just metaphorical, or?
I think later, like J.K. Rowling tweets or whatever, it was just like, yeah, they were.
They were like before they were transformed or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay. I just was wondering about that. I also think it's funny too that they're like the only people in this whole huge tournament that just came in their street clothes.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
Well, no, I mean, 18 didn't come in her street clothes. She came in her workout clothes.
Okay, same thing. Similar.
She didn't want to get her normal clothes dirty. Goddamn.
Like 17 couldn't even be bothered to take off his like ranger sash that he wears on his arm.
Oh yeah.
I also liked Master Roshi showing off that Dragon Ball didn't matter. He did one of his old Dragon Ball techniques. It's like, oh yeah, somebody actually remembers Dragon Ball. Apparently it's just Roshi, but
not me.
Yeah, he was actually like tolerable in this episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, everyone. So turns out the Pride Trooper universe might be in trouble. Ha ha ha. Sure.
They lost 5 of their fighters. Now it's down to the ones that actually matter.
As if Jiren couldn't just flex and kill everyone.
Yeah.
So it's Jiren, the mustache guy, and then the guy that looks like
the bunny.
Yeah.
The guy who looks like Beerus but is very southern for some reason.
Yes.
I
didn't expect him to be so southern.
Plus, I think there's plus one other Pride Trooper who I forget. But yeah, that's those are the big Pride Troopers that are left.
Are the Pride Troopers from the universe that has the clown?
Yes.
Okay.
The Southern Clown, or is it Jive Talking Clown?
He's like a jive talking clown. Yeah.
Oh, it's just the Joker from the Batman.
And his Harley Quinn like angel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I completely forgot that somebody posted that that image of just them edited to look like
But I think it kind of sets a trend for most of the night because I felt like most of the episodes tonight were just kind of slow.
Just a little bit.
So let's talk about Boruto. Boruto, episode 21, Sasuke and Sarada. This actually wasn't slow because
oh, Sasuke.
Sasuke is the worst father in the world.
Then all of a sudden Ging comes, hold my beer.
No, Ging just like smashes his beer into Gon's face. Where's my beer? I'm gonna go out for more beer and cigarettes.
No, you see, the thing is, Ging has never actually attacked Gon.
Yeah. Oh, so he sends other people to attack Gon for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he never did it himself. So he's technically got one up on the Sasuke.
It's a very technical, trust me.
It's a very technical one up, but it's still there.
Ging is like actively against his own son, whereas Sasuke doesn't care that he has a daughter.
I don't know. I feel like at least he acknowledges the boy exists, you know?
And he acknowledges it in a way that he wants to get as far away from him as possible.
Yeah. I mean, can you blame him though? He's crazy.
That's we're gonna get that's the Hunter X Hunter, but I think Sasuke actually did show. I found it kind of funny. Like, it's as soon as she said father, it's like, oh shit, this is my daughter.
Oh fuck. Oh geez.
Yeah. I mean, like, I mean, he clearly does care. He just doesn't have the like emotional maturity to know what to do in that situation. Like, he doesn't know how to be a dad, and he's just sort of like, oh.
There's a lot to say about Sasuke in Boruto as well, but I don't think we've really gotten to that much development of him just yet.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, he kind of like, even like Naruto's walking in and it's like, hey, it's your daughter. And Chocho's like, I thought you were my dad, but you're not cool enough.
Yeah, he's not.
Which is like a stab in the heart of Sasuke.
That's all he had going for him.
Eyeball dude shows up. Are you my dad?
Maybe.
Excuse me, little tiny doll with an eye. Are you my dad?
It was nice that Sakura's here. She did something, and she's immediately kidnapped.
Great job.
She was pretty badass in that moment. I gotta give the show 100% credit.
In this one, it generally wasn't her fault. I mean. It's hard to compete when it's just bullshit eye powers, and I mean, you can't.
Oh man, people sure were talking up visual prowess in this episode.
Oh god, that's what I was gonna say.
Some dude literally switches places in space, and it's like visual prowess.
It's like, just call what it is.
Check it out. My body is made of knives. Visual prowess.
It's like the worst. Like, it's the worst long-running, consistent, never going away. Like, bad dub translation.
I know.
Like, we have to live with visual prowess forever.
It's like that one time that one big scanlation group tried to translate quirks in MHA as individuality.
Oh god.
It was like the JoJo episode tonight where it's just like, why don't you just call it rock, paper, scissors?
Yeah.
Because then you can't do the Rochambeau pun.
That felt like an afterthought to me, but anyway. Yeah, we got visual prowess is back now in Boruto.
Just what my Naruto was missing, more visual prowess.
Yeah. So this guy, Eyeball Man 5000, who's basically I don't know who this guy is, but anyway,
like he took Danzo's thing to the extreme. He's like, he saw what Danzo did. He's like, I like this, but more.
Somebody made a golem out of knives, shoved a glob of dried semen on top of it, plucked an eyeball in there, and called it a day.
I'm just thinking I'm thinking of like that Aqua Teen first episode where Carl's just all eyes, except all shooting guns.
Yeah. So this guy's visual prowess is that he can control your weapon if he touches it.
Which is this dumb. Like, why does that need to be an eye power? That can just be a normal power.
Also, who cares? It's just a weapon. These things don't matter. If they did, 1010 would be the best ninja ever. But no.
Yeah.
It's like, is Naruto's ability to heal himself like a new thing?
No, he's always had that.
It's been since the very beginning.
Oh yeah, I
like,
remember
Nine-Tails powers.
When he got stabbed in the hand right after they left the village in the land of waves, and then it healed already.
Yeah, there was one time all his skin peeled off and it came back in 20 minutes. He was kind of creepy looking.
Degloved face.
Yeah.
Don't Google that.
No, it's not something you should do.
I guess another thing that's worth noting about this episode is that it was like for this show, it's like the reunion of the main trio of the first series. Like they're all together.
We're together for 5 seconds. Oh no, Sakura!
Yeah. And she said "cha" when she punched that guy too.
Naruto was like, I can't believe you're still doing that. Believe it.
Believe it. Wait, what's Boruto's phrase? I forget.
You know?
You know? Yeah. You know?
You know.
Isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah. You know.
He always goes, yeah, that's really cool. You know?
You know.
Naruto has really weird catchphrases. I don't know.
He does. It's not good.
Bazinga!
You know?
Zimbabwe.
Yeah, sorry. That's Sasuke's gonna be Sasuke's catchphrase. Yeah, sorry.
Zimbabwe. Oh, no, that is actually his catchphrase. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Sasuke, what the fuck? You stabbed Sword in the face! Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, Sasuke.
No, you know what gets me about this episode? That thing that happened with Sakura at the very end. You've got two guys that literally punched God in the face and kicked her off the face of the earth. And they're just both standing there like dipshits.
They're helpless in the face of his visual prowess.
They didn't even do nothing. It's like, oh, he's leaving. Oh, it's not like we've never seen a power like that before. What could we possibly do? It's not like anyone has, I don't know, magic arms that could reach out, grab her, and pull her out.
But B-dubs, did you see how many eyeballs that guy had?
His visual prowess must be off the charts.
He had all of the eyeballs. I swear to God, this guy saw Danzo and he's like, yes, this guy had the right idea, but he didn't have enough eyeballs. Just all over.
And he was too conservative with the placement.
Yes. Just my nuts, take them out, put eyeballs in there. My nipples, eyeballs.
Put an eyeball on the tip of my dick.
Yes.
My eyeballs.
My belly button is an eyeball. My kneecaps, eyeballs. Just everywhere. I don't care. Just every single spot you can put it. Eyeball.
Chocho tries to give Sasuke her garbage chips.
Hey, that flavor was good.
I did like his reaction. He's like, what?
Well,
I haven't done human contact in years.
That's his own damn fault.
MHA?
Yeah, I'm going to talk about this.
My Hero Academia, episode 40, Wild Wild Pussycats. Josie and the Pussycats. They're here.
Woohoo.
I liked them. I thought this was fun. This is a really good episode.
Yeah, it's a fun, really quick episode.
I like the personalities in general. I just don't need Pixie Bob to be, a Christmas cake.
What do you mean? What's that mean?
She's the old. It's the not so great thing where it's like older lady is really, really trying to get married, so she's going after kids who are too young for her in this episode.
I didn't get too much of that. It was more
My-
like they would make fun of her age, and she got upset.
And this is spoilers, not so much spoilers. They dropped that almost instantly.
Okay, yeah. Well, anyway, I thought these characters were fun. I love these designs, and I like the kid too. This Coda or whatever.
That's a great way to introduce yourself.
What's
Punch
his face?
Deku in the balls.
You know,
pretty awesome.
what's his face? Inari.
What?
Just the kid from the land of ways.
Okay.
You know, somebody put, whoever it was posted that, and I was like, yep, I
But-
see it now.
Yeah,
I really,
character.
I know this is, I don't know how to put this into words, but like his character design, I think is really cool. I don't know what it is about the way he's drawn. Like he's got that hat with the little horns and everything, and like the way his eyes look and stuff. Like just as a character design, I think he's such a cool looking character, even
I
for
think
just like who's just this kid, you know. I don't know. It looked really cool.
Horikoshi in general, I think, always has pretty good hero designs. Speaking of which, shoot, I'm just forgetting the name of the cat's names.
Well, I know Pixie Bob's one.
Mandalay and Pixie Bob.
Yeah.
Mandalay, Pixie Bob. But they haven't introduced the third.
No,
one.
they said there were
The other
4
two.
characters, but we've only seen 2.
That's
Okay.
right.
So yeah, those are one I really want to talk about, but I'm pretty sure they don't appear until the next episode.
Okay.
But yeah, he does have a good job of making them stand out, especially like when they're in a group like the cats. But I think the only real big gripe I had about this episode is again just way too much Mineta.
Well,
He
yeah, there's
pissed
too much
himself,
banana.
and that was good. I like it when he's embarrassed and humiliated.
I just wish he got punched in the
Trash he
balls
is.
for no reason.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Did something happen? Did something happen at the bath? I was making a sandwich.
We did learn that Pixie Bob is like basically an earthbender. She has that ability to, control rocks and the earth and things like that. That's her quirk. And I really enjoyed the sequence where basically the whole class has to work together to defeat her. And it's just really cool. Everyone's using their powers. Everyone but Invisible Girl, who just basically became a decoy. But everyone else was using their powers in creative ways. And I thought it was a really fun scene.
They kind of added this whole thing in because in the manga it was just like, hey, the big 4 kicked this thing in the face, and then smash cut to they got to the camp.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, this
Nobody
is
else-
good then
yeah.
because
Nobody else
we got
got
to see a lot more. Yeah. I think
Yeah,
almost
this-
every character did something.
Oh yeah, every single quirk was pretty much utilized in that sequence.
Except for Invisible Girl, who basically, again,
Was invisible.
she wasn't even using her invisibility. She was just
She was
being
using her
chased.
best girl powers of
Yeah.
being the best girl.
But that was a lot of fun, and I thought it was really well animated, and just I don't know. I just thought that it was a real entertaining episode. The pace was real good. We learn a little bit more about the kid whose parents were heroes who died and basically became an orphan.
Yeah, this arc, I think the anime does it a lot of favors because in the manga I wasn't too hot on it, but the pacing is real. They're really snappy about the pacing in this season. So I mean, it's for the most part it works. It works pretty well.
I like this pacing in most part of the first half of season 3. The second half, the license arc is like,
But there's reasons for that though. But that's we'll get to that.
There are. It's still just like, okay, this was like the least good material to start with,
Mm-hmm.
and then you added more.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mineta sucks. I hope he dies.
He is the worst.
I hope Coda kills him.
And that it is canon now. Mineta really is the worst, isn't he?
Yeah, she said it.
He should be convicted for his crime.
He needs to go to jail for his crimes.
I'm assuming that quote that everyone keeps posting of Alien Queen saying that is from something much later.
Yes.
Okay. We didn't miss it.
There's a later panel where she has him like tied to a chair and she's doing the Clockwork Orange thing to him, and that's great.
Yeah.
Anyway, Sword Art.
I guess.
Yes, please.
Sword Art Online, Alicization, Episode 5, Ocean Turtle. In this episode, your mission, if you choose to accept it, is really dumb. It's to get on this stupid thing.
This episode is so
love it.
stupid. I can't just. It's so stupid.
It's beautiful. It's art.
They go through so many steps. Why is there so many steps? There's so many steps to hide one person. Why is there so many steps to hide one person? He's in the freaking ocean. Why?
Because this meeting was arranged by his harem.
Because Kayaba. That's why.
Look,
Asuna in a kimono. None of this makes sense.
Asuna
Crimson makes more sense than this. This doesn't make sense.
Okay.
We know.
Asuna finally gets to do the dramatic unveiling she's always wanted to do in her entire life. So
yeah,
her entire life
has
been leading to
was
this.
me, Asuna, all along.
She did it exactly the wrong time.
I was wearing a double wig.
Somebody in the thread brought up a really good point. Why do they have to do what she says at all?
I don't know.
Not only that, like,
does she have a gun?
There's like, who are you?
Well, they knew who she was immediately.
Yeah,
assuming they know Kirito's background, but
the guy.
The real question is, why did they just go? So
it's like, hey, guess what? You're under arrest.
Yeah, you're trespassing.
Just like, well, that was shut down fast.
Check out these actual guns.
I like how her plan was, I sent an email to this girl and I hope for the best.
Yeah.
It's like, what? What?
But it can't be understated what B-Dubs just said.
Yeah.
Kayaba was in this episode.
And he was glorious. He's coming back. I can feel it. We're going to have like an Ansem situation where there's like 3 of him at once.
There's going to be Kayaba and
other Kayaba. Yeah,
well,
it's going to be like internet Kayaba who escaped from SAO, and then real life body Kayaba who is running Wrath, and it's going to be amazing.
You guys can...
Here's what's going to happen. Internet Kayaba is going to have re-downloaded himself into a new clone body.
Yes. I literally just thought of it when you said, here's what's really going to happen. I'm like, this whole thing is because he's cloning himself, isn't it?
And if this does not happen, this entire show is worthless.
You guys can have your Kayaba. I've got my favorite character, Yui.
Oh, God.
No,
she's back.
No,
she's the worst.
Everywhere.
We got so many mommies and daddies in this episode.
No,
out of her. Like I lost count.
God, I'm pretty sure the one guy that was counting tried to like hang himself at one point.
Sonic was just like, no.
I love that somebody came into the thread and is like, "Why is that little fairy saying mommy?"
And then we're all just like, because God hates us.
Because you've made
mistakes. Now it's all like life. Killer Queen the thread.
Yeah.
Now it was a very entertaining episode, not for the right reasons, but this is why I wanted to say back.
California State.
Mm-hmm.
It's so like I didn't expect this to be so entertaining. But yeah, it's just like plot holes. We're already in plot holes now.
I just don't. Again, where do they get all this money? For I don't know even.
The Evil Organization Fund. Everyone knows.
Basically, Asuna's like explanation for how she got in was that Yui hacked some system so that their little scanning device wouldn't detect that she was wearing a wig.
Yep. Kayaba did not expect Yui to come back.
This is probably one of the most nonsensical episodes I've ever seen.
Look, I didn't expect Sword Art Online to spontaneously develop sentient AI, okay? Look, I just wanted to figure out what was the top of that castle.
Yeah. Oh, that's the best fucking thing. That. It's like he dreamed about the world of SAO, and then it's like, he's like, so what's at the top? He's like, fuck if I know.
Like, how does that happen?
I also like he's talking to this girl just normally. It's like, so what are you gonna do? Oh, I'm gonna kill a bunch of people. Wait, what?
Yeah, no, it makes the original SAO even more insane by comparison, because it's like he did all this and he forgot why. And then it turns out he did all this, and it's like he wanted to see what was at the end of his dream. Like, dude, you're the one that made the fucking castle. You're the only one that knows what's up there. What the?
I'm starting to really think this SAO bridge was right, and he just hit a crunch period of making this game and just went canonically insane. And doesn't even know what to say.
I've decided the top of the castle is a combination Whataburger and Steak Shack. There you go.
Yeah. Okay. That's
that's
fine.
It's the legendary In-N-Out Cookout combo.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, it makes more sense than what we got. Oh god, like it's freaking insane.
That doesn't even look like a turtle.
I like to remind everyone, last episode we chopped down a tree.
No, we did with a sword, because that's how that works. You know?
And went from this to castles in the middle of the ocean.
Yep. No, like it's built on like what, 4 different oil rigs, and I'm staring at this. I'm like, what is this? A Bond villain now? When did Kaiba become a Bond villain?
And he's just sitting there.
No, he's not a Bond villain. This is a Mission Impossible plot.
No, come on, that is totally just a Bond supervillain lair.
And what was he wearing? What was he wearing in that place? Like, I said it was a kimono, but what is it really called? Forgot. Yukata.
Something like that. But no, it's like if this was Mission Impossible, they'd be like in an underground bunker, not on like not in like a sea fortress. You know.
I have so many questions. Just too many questions.
We all have questions.
Be answered satisfactorily.
No, I know.
Speaking of nothing ever answered satisfactorily, Megalobox. Megalobox, episode 11, A Dead March. In this episode, Joe fights Burrows with gear, Les Shock.
And until he doesn't anymore, and then he wins. Because this is real boxing.
Oh, this is real Megaloboxing, yes, true skill.
Yuri's and then he takes the gear off.
Yeah. And then the mafia boss who really wants his money is just like, okay, I guess I can take your eye. I guess it's worth all that money I just lost.
Yeah.
It's and like he's like, I thought this fight that you said was going to be the last fight we're going to ever fix is not the last fight we're going to ever fix. It's like, yeah, duh. And he's like, shit.
Yeah.
I don't agree. I don't think this is not a satisfactory way to write yourself out of this corner. I don't think this dude would let this go for a second.
No, and shouldn't like half these people be in prison now?
Yeah, I mean, there's a guy literally sitting there, like bleeding, missing his only working eyeball, because he's already got the patch.
Yep, he has no eyeball.
He's got no eyeball left.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like, why not just fucking kill him? Like this seems a lot more edgelord than just killing him would. You know? Like, oh, he, tore out his own eye. That's so badass, you know?
Then dude's just like, okay, that's cool. I'm still going to kill you.
Yeah. Like, he'll be like, oh, take my life. It'd be like some normal thing. It's like, no, he's got to be super edgy and carve out his only eye. Like it'd be cool if he had one left, but now he's got no eyes.
He's like, joke's on you. I have visual prowess.
Not anymore, you don't.
I don't need visual prowess.
Because I have no eyes.
The boxing continued to be bland and forgettable. I can't remember a single moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I just forgot how it ended.
It's like, oh, he's down. That's the only thing I noted when I was watching the episode. Like, in fact, I must have just zoned out because like, what's up? He's down. I guess Joe wins.
Problem solved.
Burrows came in on a truck,
mm-hmm.
which is the most American thing you could do.
Mm-hmm.
Trucks, America, fuck yeah. Dun. This show is boring. I hope it's gone soon. It is. It's only got 2 episodes left.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, there's 2 left?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a 13 episode series.
God damn it.
Well,
Well, next week was the
what
It
last
did you
one.
it's a freaking amazing ending too. I love that ending.
What, he dies?
Well, no, the ending song.
Oh,
Yeah,
I haven't
it's a good
actually
song.
seen how it ends, but I just assume he dies.
Well, what did you guys think of the rap number?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh my god, I forgot about that too. That was
Dear-
kind of amazing. That was low key amazing for all the wrong
Yeah.
reasons.
Dear
I mean,
dubbing company,
Please no.
stop dubbing music.
I will say that she did a good job doing it. They just shouldn't have done it.
No, I will say that
She did a better job than expected.
She did not do a good job rapping, but what she did do was a good job saving face on social media after that moment aired, where she was really embarrassed about it, and everybody was like coming to her, being like, "It's all
Hey,
right, it's
look,
all right."
it's not her fault. They never
Right.
should have done it.
Exactly.
Like, she did as well as could be expected in that situation.
Like
I
they
got-
never should have dubbed the rap. Sanchio should never have rapped in the first place. It's just
Right.
another bad decision.
Yeah.
Like,
Like
it's like asking anyone who can't rap, who has never rapped, to rap. It's like, what do
Yeah.
you think it's going to sound like?
Right.
Yeah, I'm rhyming and stuff, right?
It's nice if you nail it, but it's very difficult. That's why, like in Zombieland Saga during the dub, they did an episode 2 that have a rap scene, and they just completely just went straight to the subs for that. They didn't even bother to do
Well,
a dub.
part of that is because it's it takes way longer than a simul dub allows to do a dub for the song.
Yeah, like doing music.
But yeah, when they actually do it, it's going to be bad.
Oh,
But
absolutely.
You also want to give credit to things like Space Dandy, who had a full musical episode, and I mean, they put that one out of the park. But you need to have those musical chops in your voice actors to begin with. But yeah, it was just. I do hope that they continue to dub music in anime, but I can see why they are. Like, this is a point where we're going to probably see more.
And I'm not trying to slam on Erica Mendez. Like, I just don't think almost no one could have done that scene justice. It's just such a weird thing.
Yeah,
like, I'm sure it sounded weird in the Japanese version.
Yeah, it didn't sound weird. It's just like, why is Sachio rapping now?
Yeah, it was out of nowhere.
They just were like, somebody raps in these movies, right?
No,
I mean, he had no
rap.
inkling in his character that he raps,
Yeah.
and he just starts rapping. It's like,
For no reason.
I need to rap now.
I mean,
Megalo rap.
Yeah, I mean, she did as well as could be expected considering
This is real
what
rapping.
it was. Yeah. God.
This is real rapping in Megalobox.
Mm-hmm.
True rap skill.
Yes, true rap skill. Yeah.
Diamond is Unbreakable.
Thank you.
Yay.
Diamond is Unbreakable, episode 26. Roshan Boy is here. In this episode, Kira... I was about to say, it's Kira. It's about Kira. No. In this episode, Rohan says a lot of things that are very ironic now.
Yes.
I was about to say, Rohan plays games with a bunch of underage kids. What could go wrong?
It's very awkward considering, the whole situation.
It kind of makes it really funny, actually.
I mean, it's really funny, but yes, in a very dark sense.
If even with that controversy aside, I don't even think even if Rohan was my favorite character, I just did not enjoy this episode. I just think it's just weird.
This is one of the weaker episodes. I've actually seen people that actually enjoyed this stand fight, and I can see why. It's a very unique kind of stand fight.
In the manga, I loved it because it was way quicker, and also it was insane.
Like, I mean, they just start flying for no reason. That is pretty great.
That's the best part. They just start flying.
Yeah,
they just jump 70 feet in the air.
But yeah,
Rohan just punches that kid.
this episode looked a lot worse before all the Blu-ray fixes, and I could see it looked a lot better thanks to the Blu-ray fixes. And even then, it was just kind of like an average-looking episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was just kind of one of those transitioning episodes, and the rest of the we get to a lot. I think that the nice thing going forward is this.
The next episode is called "I Am an Alien."
I have things to say about that, but I think the nice thing going forward is from here on forward, a lot of the stands are very, very, very unique in going forward. Whether they're good stand fights or not, it can be kind of a mixed bag. But I think it's really nice to actually have, instead of like, oh, my stand shoots fires, like, oh, this stand has a very specific power, where it's like the rock paper scissors, where I can steal parts of your stand.
Well, I feel like almost all of the stands in this part have felt like that to me. Really weird powers, and that's been a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
It is. I feel bad for Joseph, who's basically now become this like baby surrogate father.
Yep.
Well, they have to give him something to do, otherwise he'd solve the whole entire show in 5 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, him and Jotaro are basically, they could figure the whole damn thing out.
So yeah, this is probably the weakest episode of Diamond is Unbreakable.
I can tell.
Even then, I mean, I still have
it
fun
wasn't
watching
bad.
it.
It wasn't bad. It was fun.
But yeah, the next episode is fucking insane, and I kind of love it because of it. And it's one of those episodes where it's like, you look at your watch, it's like, oh, Alien just showing up in JoJo. It took this long. That's just how weird this show is. It's like you expected him to show up sooner.
Are we done with this Rochambeau kid?
Yeah. Also, I have to say, I don't think they did a good job with his voice acting. I think he was basically just yelling all the time.
He was, I mean, voice acting, everything. I just did not like this character. It's just like, I know you're not supposed to like him, but like, even if you put that aside, I do not care one tiny iota about this villain. He's just annoying.
Yeah, he did come across, like, even without the yelling, he came across as someone who's just kind of there to sort of stretch things out and kill time,
The only thing I thought was interesting about the episode was that, Kira's dad's going around, looking for stand users, and I didn't know it worked this way, but it's implied that like he doesn't decide who he's going to shoot with this arrow. He's like, the arrow is leading him to people.
Yes.
Which is kind of interesting. I didn't know it worked like that.
Well, Okuyasu's brother was just shooting it at any random person, so.
Even
rats.
Such as rats and Koichi.
There's a line in this episode which I find really funny in retrospect, but I'm not going to say anything else. But one thing I do want to note going forward, that's something I think that makes this part of the series really unique, is the town kind of starts becoming more of a character, because you see a lot of like the one-off characters coming back in here and there in each episode.
It's like, oh, here's Josuke Okuyasu and Yukiko having lunch.
Yeah. So
baby's back.
I like that baby, actually.
Now that you mention that, I don't know why, but it did seem a little odd to me that Yukiko was eating lunch with them.
Yeah,
well, I mean, she's Koichi's boyfriend now, so girlfriend.
Yeah, but he wasn't even there.
Yeah, it's kind of like
they also all go to the same school.
No, I'm not saying it's not plausible. I'm just saying I wouldn't think she'd want to hang out with them.
Yeah.
Well, they're the three people Rohan hates, so you have to set up that joke somehow.
I guess.
It just felt a little like, why is she sitting there with these two? I don't think she likes them.
No, like I feel like, yeah, if she's waiting for Koichi, that's, makes a lot of
maybe
sense.
That might be why. Yeah.
I wish they'd have said it though. Like, oh, I wonder where Koichi is already.
And hey, maybe for all I know, maybe they're like kind of made up, but it wasn't implied or anything.
Yeah. I mean, it was just an odd grouping of people.
Yeah. But I think Grex is right. It's just a convenience to have Rohan say something.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I hate all these people.
So I guess we should talk about Black Clover.
I mean, we could skip it.
Black Clover, episode 60, Defector's Atonement. I forgot what happened.
I didn't watch it.
When you said we could skip it, I mean, we could really just skip it.
I mean, I honestly didn't watch the episode. I fell asleep.
I think Mars decided he's gonna do a face turn for reasons.
Well, why not?
And this
Someone
other
has
dude
to.
sure does have a voice. Man.
It sounds like Ed Wynn.
You're certainly feeling the one chapter-ish pacing, aren't you?
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's yep.
Yep.
I don't remember anything.
They pretty much, the one thing that's worth noting about this episode that I think made me chuckle is that they were trying to figure out how to defeat this smiling guy, and they said, like, there's only two possibilities. We either get the Witch Queen, who's like the strongest magic user there is around here, or we can use anti-magic. And they're like, oh yeah, we've got Asta, he's got anti-magic. Hey, people of this world, anti-magic should be your answer to everything.
Yeah, seriously.
What can defeat this magic? Oh, I know.
Anti-magic.
We should tape Asta's swords to him and just throw him at things.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that is a good plan. I like it. It probably works better than every other plan in this world.
Hey guys, I heard you like Beyblades, but this time it's with Asta.
I mean, has there been a situation where Asta's anti-magic has failed them?
No.
Well,
he couldn't dispel the curse because that's not magic, I guess.
Oh, no, that's a freaking stupid loophole, though. Anyway, it's just funny to me because we've been saying that on this podcast. It's like technically his power should be the ultimate power in this universe, and they even say as much in this episode.
Yeah,
it's like a stand that just says "nuh-uh."
Oh, we're getting to that.
Yeah, honestly, I'm surprised they couldn't cure his arms. You know,
it's like,
I'm sorry, Asta. We were unable to save your arms. Good news, though. We cut them off and replaced them with your swords. Sword arms. Online.
Sword arms online.
Okay, yep. You go. There it is. That's the podcast title, and that's
there it is.
It's just Asta with sword arms.
Asta with sword arms.
I never knew I wanted this.
It would be so much better than what we actually get.
You know, if you took a picture of Asta, replaced his arms with the swords, like that image would probably be as good as the animation in this show.
It would be. We should do that for the title thing.
That and the eyeballs.
Yes, and just add eyeballs to his face.
Oh God!
Asta raises his sword arms. Behold my visual prowess.
My visual prowess.
And the swords are covered in eyeballs.
Okay, Steve Kohler, your request this week is to just create this horrifying abomination.
Yeah,
got it. Okay.
Just
arms. Is there anything else you want to say about this amazing show?
No.
No. Let's get to the good stuff.
Hunter x Hunter, episode 133, Deadline to Live, or in this case, die of radiation poisoning because nukes, man.
Yep, it's not going well.
Yeah, this was another chatty episode, but I mean, stuff was really happening. Wolfen, they had a big.
Ikalgo and Wolfen remember their time as drug producers.
Ikalgo uses Wolfen's real name. That's what convinces them to actually send the message to actually bargain with the king. Which
before you go on though, we have to talk briefly about Ikalgo's voice change.
Oh yeah, he's just suddenly like, but now I'm handsome.
But I'm still not
stupid, sexy Ikalgo.
Okay, go ahead.
But yeah, they said a bargain to Wolfen to send a message to the king, thanks to this. But really, it's more or less a bluff because as Palm correctly deduces, because of the rose, that it's just become a time game now. And the King's gonna King and everyone that was around that explosion is gonna probably die in a few hours.
Yeah,
Which
they've
is confirmed when
actually,
Wolfen takes on Yuppie, and Yuppie's about to basically cut a wolf, but when we see him next, he's just dead on the floor.
I did not expect this would end with Wolfen killing Yuppie.
Yeah,
That was
guys,
awesome.
I did not. I mean, good on this show, man. It continues to do things I don't expect. How could I have not seen the radiation poisoning thing coming? Like, I did not even consider that a thing. I guess I just figured these characters were too overpowered or something, but it makes perfect sense. Like,
Yep.
the chairman definitely had his end game planned out,
Yeah, that man left nothing to chance. He's like, fuck it, I'm gonna get this W even if it kills me.
Yeah.
And it did kill him.
It did kill him, but he got that W, damn it.
It's like,
And
that's
Rex is right that, like, who would have thought one of the elite guard would be put down by Wolfen of all people?
And
I mean,
honestly, we didn't even see it. It literally could have been the second the camera cut away from like Yuppie being like, "It's time to go." He just goes like,
Yeah.
it was most likely a combination of both. Wolfen, I'm pretty sure. I mean, he was obviously roughed up from Wolfen's missiles, but it was the radiation poison is 99% what did him. Especially how much that guy could tank. My God, how much did they have to fight that guy to try and even get an iota of a chance to take him down, and failed. And it ends with Poof.
Poof's also fucked.
Yeah, Poof is pretty fucked. He's like, uh-oh. You just hear all of a sudden you hear the sonic timer going on the back of his head. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Why is this watch on my wrist freaking out?
He I forgot what I was gonna say, but it's basically just the fact that, like, I mean, Yuppie, there was nothing left. I mean, Wolfen beating him is not surprising. He was dying of radiation poisoning. He was like a tiny version of his former self. He gave pretty much all his power to the king. It's just like he had been beaten up a bunch, although I don't think that really had much to do with it. So yeah, there's not surprising that he's dying. And it is weird to me, though, like, this is a minor thing, but like, it's weird to me that Yuppie had to become so small after he gave like all of his life essence to the king, but then, like, what's his face doesn't.
Poof is that the big Poof you're seeing is basically just like a hollow shell. Like, he's using all of his tiny dudes to, like, it's basically a scarecrow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he even mentions in the episode, like, I can't even split off at this point because I just had he gave everything of himself to the king.
It's funny too that, like, it's funny because you hate this character, but Poof, and it's just like he still thinks that Pito's coming back.
Pito's coming back, guys.
Just
she's gonna walk in here.
All her strings are gone. Certainly she can take on that kid. Certainly.
She's gonna walk back in here with Raditz.
Yeah, Poof cannot read the room. Like, there's a reason Pito was freaking the hell out around Cone. And I don't think Poof really quite got that. But he was so focused on trying to kill Komugi. So now he's on a time limit to kill Komugi. Poor Komugi got put in a chest right next to the Ark of the Covenant or something.
Well, no, she's like in a bed now.
Yeah, they just shoved her in a wine cellar.
Yeah. Like, she's just.
Oh, and they let all, like, that one dude's, like, slaves go.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I didn't even know they were still around.
Yeah, I guess.
They were still locked in the basement.
I guess I care that they wrapped up that loose end. Not really, but
not really. It's just something I noticed. I'm like, oh, and then, like, it was weird. It was like Wolf, and it's like, untie yourself and get out of here. And I was like, how did I do that?
Well, they were barely. They were barely. It was just like
it'd be funny if this just a little title card. These women died here later.
They died.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's like I said, it was a very chatty episode, but there's a lot. There's a lot happening, and it's just like all the dominoes have fallen, and we're reaching the end game at this point.
God, what is the Hunter x Hunter replacement gonna be?
I don't know, but it's never gonna live up to it.
It's the new season of Hunter x Hunter for 10 whole episodes before it goes on hiatus.
Honestly, they probably have enough episodes for 2 core at this point if they wanted to do it.
Yeah, but they would end at like the worst possible fucking
Oh,
time.
they would absolutely end at like the worst fucking cliffhanger of all time.
Well, how does this one end?
How does this series? It actually ends at a pretty good spot.
This ends in a way you could basically be like, I'm satisfied with this being the ending of Hunter x Hunter.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
interesting.
But once you know what comes next, you're like, no, that can't be the end. Yeah.
Yeah, there's one fight after the anime ends that's just amazing.
I mean, there's so much crap after the anime ends that's amazing.
Mm.
I mean, like, honestly, it's good.
And a whole lot of words.
Yeah.
Oh
but
my
honestly,
God,
as
the
good
words.
as this arc is, I want to see the next one adapted because holy crap, it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, I really can't wait. Just don't die.
Come on, Tagashi.
He's gonna
Just
die.
2 volumes a year. You can do it.
How is
It's gonna be.
He's been taking care of himself. No, he's been taking care of himself. He's doing better lately.
He's gonna die.
He's okay.
And then
He's
Oda's
okay.
gonna die, and then Miyamoto's gonna die.
Oda will never die.
Oda's gonna die.
Yeah, he's gonna die.
Let's talk about Naruto for 5 seconds.
Okay.
Naruto shipping in episode 240. Kiba's determination.
SOS Turtle. SOS Turtle. Okay, we finished talking about it.
Here's a question. Has an episode of anything ever titled blank character names determination ever been good?
Depends how much you like a character.
No. The answer is no.
And the answer is it's a Kiba episode. Nobody fucking cares.
Kiba sucks.
Can we just dunk on Kiba for a little bit? Remember when Kiba said he wants to be a next Hokage?
Remember when Kiba lost a fight because Naruto farted in his face?
Oh,
You know
my
what?
God.
I went into this episode not knowing what to expect, but I knew everybody was like, Kiba sucks, Kiba sucks. And
He does.
they really didn't do him a lot of favors in this episode.
Well, there's a reason, like, when you go to Boruto Next Generations, I think, Kiba's in maybe 1 or 2 episodes so far, if that, and he's just never mentioned again. He gets 10-10'd hard.
Oh, it's amazing.
Oh my God.
Did you guys notice that his mom was like a demon?
No, I think she's just like
No.
a normal lady.
No.
She had like fangs and stuff.
Yeah, they're the dog people.
Yeah.
I mean, she looked crazy though. She had like crazy eyes and like fangs and
Yeah, they're the dog people.
It's one thing about Naruto, like I always feel like they may have a boring character, but they're surrounded by cool, interesting side characters that they never explore.
Yeah.
What's the story with Kiba's mom?
We'll
She's
never
awesome,
know.
but we never know.
But the worst thing in this episode was during the big climactic fight with those dogs. One of his moves. What's his dog name?
Akamaru.
Akumaru.
Right.
Akumaru basically pisses all over the ground to mark the territory,
Yep.
and they use that like a ninja move.
Ninja arts. Piss.
Yep.
Behold my penile prowess.
God.
Behold my urinary prowess.
Oh my God. Sequel.
You know what to do. No.
No, please don't do that.
Do it.
And it was kind of stupid too, because at the end he's like, I'm gonna beat Naruto's record. I'm like, dude, you're like 7 or 8 years older than those kids were when he made that record.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
Like, it's not gonna be like, I'm sure Naruto could just beat it.
I'm
again
gonna
right
beat
now.
these 5-year-old children in this 5K.
Yeah.
He's gonna Steven Bannon it up. Haha! I showed him my
aren't I-
superiority to kids.
Aren't I amazing? Anyone can win if they just go back 10 years later.
Yep.
Naruto.
So any closing
Naruto.
thoughts?
Nope.
Yep.
That'll be the podcast for this week.
That's an auditory prowess.
It is.
That's an auditory awkward pause prowess.
This you have experienced our podcast prowess.
Yep.
Thank you, C-Caller.
No problem.
Thank you, B-Dubs.
Awesome.
Thank you, Raxus.
Thank you.
We'll see you guys next week for episode 142. Good night.